industry educator. He's well known for his YouTube trainings and also his creation of Flip Free Profits. It's a course teaching real estate investors how to flip short sales. When you get to know a bit about Brian, you'll quickly learn his passion for helping people achieve their dreams stems from his recovery from stage 4 testicular cancer. We're lucky to have him in the field to encourage, to empower. It's my pleasure, it's my privilege to introduce my dear friend, Diamond Ambassador, Brian Merrill, to the stage.
We good? I couldn't find a way on the stage. I'm looking over here, it's all blocked off. I'm like, here's the aisle, I gotta come over this way. So, first of all, I don't have much time. I have so much I want to tell you guys, and I have a limited amount of time. What's up, Alex? So, first of all, thank you. So many of you have thanked me for the videos that I made, the YouTube videos, but every one of you that's come up and thanked me, it lets me know that what I've been doing is making an impact. So thank you guys, I appreciate it. You know, and it's not for monetization, right? You don't get paid for making videos. At least I don't. Some people do, like 9-year-olds, right? But, you know that guy Ryan, that little Asian kid? He's making nothing, right? So, some of you young kids know what I'm talking about. Most annoying thing you'll ever see, but he's doing good. So, guys, I have a clicker. I got a few things I want to talk to you about. You know, when I was asked to present and speak to you guys, a couple things you have to know about me. Joe mentioned it. I've never done this before. You know, Chris said a little bit about my background, but network marketing is new to me. And kind of like Joe, I never really thumbed my nose up to it. I just didn't really know anybody that really made big money. And in my experience, the people who did make significant amounts of income, they got in early. Like they weren't part of the founding, not like number one, but in the beginning wave of when the company was starting. So I saw that happen with Joe. And I realized that every time we had a family gathering, my brother and I would kick ourselves because we had the chance to do what Joe did and be a part of the empire that he built with his last company, but we turned him down. My brother was starting his own business. I was launching my first, short sale guru course, if you will. And so I was just sidetracked. And so when Joe, 8 years later, comes back around, I said, hey, Brian, I have something you really need to take a look at. I was all ears, right? So I was listening this time. And, but at the same time, I was going through, at the end of last year, some changes myself with my real estate companies and all the things I was doing. So I realized rather quickly that I just want to get in, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. So I got my bottle on December 27th, and I started using it. I made my first surprise video, YouTube video, on February the 6th, and that was the official start of my marketing. And for what did you do in those 5 weeks? I used it, and I learned that the product works. Because putting all the pieces together, it just hit me one day. With all it's done for my knee and my neck and the energy and all of the great things people have talked about today and the stuff you see online in our Facebook groups, I realized that when using Chris's words, when you have a product that's first to market, viral in nature, you have the opportunity of a lifetime. And I think the biggest challenge that I'm experiencing now as I'm building my business and continuing to grow and cultivate leaders is that getting people to see that. Getting people to understand the exact timing and where we're at. So I like to look at some numbers and statistics. Hopefully this thing works. Oh, that's me. So, that's the company. That's Joe. Am I going the wrong way? Hold on a second. Yeah, I can make videos. I never said I could do this, so anyway. All right, do you and your team really get it? Guys, I only have a few slides, and they're mainly just to give you some stats, but at the end of the day, understand something. When you truly understand what you have your hands on, which a lot of you don't, and I understand that. A lot of you are brand new. Some of you are here as guests. Some of you have gotten involved recently. Some of you getting involved in a pre-launch or startup company, you're experiencing some of the pains of growth. But the key word there is growth. See, if we weren't having massive, explosive growth, we wouldn't have these challenges. You know, I was thinking of analogies to tell people, you know, people like stories, and I said, imagine you have your son and your daughter, and they put up a lemonade stand, right? It's outside, it's great, hot day, everybody wants a little cup of lemonade, support the kids. But it's so good that the entire neighborhood for 4 square miles gets in line. How's their customer service gonna be? You understand? Are they gonna run out of lemons? You understand? Like, it's natural in life to understand that when you're going through an explosive growth, as an entrepreneur, and I think the fact that I've not had a job since 2002, I've had businesses fail. Guys, whether it's supply chain, customer service, this is the part of a business that you have to understand. You're actually, and I know this sounds weird, you're gonna look back one day and realize that, wow, I was one of those early adopters. The reason I am making the money I am, the reason the organization that I have now is because of the early adopter mindset. But with that comes challenges, okay? Now, understand this. A year ago, last Labor Day, none of us knew what the gel was. Now look, just in Florida, in one city, and I know people came from all over, but this is a little regional event. There's over 50,000 people in this business right now. But I'm here to tell you this, it's nothing. And we haven't even started. We're truly in, we're not, you know, they say ground floor opportunity, we're in the basement. Okay? Literally. And I hope you understand that. So let's look at some numbers. As of when I pulled up the statistic, there's 327 million Americans. That goes up every day. I have no idea what it is now, but it's a lot of people, right? So, know this. Our demographic, if you look at the age group of who we're supposed to really target and who's going to get the most benefits from this, is 35 and up. 176 million, 54% of this country. Now, one might argue, say, well, what about if you're 30? Because when you look at the charts, and Alex confirmed this, really after 30, really after puberty, your growth hormone level starts going down. So really, let's go back to 30. Guys, 2/3 of the United States of America is your market. Look, 215 million people. Do you realize that? Like, I mean, that's insane. I mean, I don't know. When I look at numbers like that, it gets exciting because you have to understand that the comp plan begins with two human beings, one on your left, one on your right, and now you're starting to tap into pay. You're getting paid. You're known as a promoter. So the thing every one of you should do, and the thing that you should teach your people right away, is help them achieve that level of success. Get them to a promoter. Get them to get 2 people right away to use the product, get on the ownership, the points are there, you're a promoter, you're now tapped into the comp plan. Because as Joe said, and quite a few other people, this is new to me, so I'm a student. I'm learning about network marketing. I'm studying Eric Worre. The book GoPro, I have it on Audible. It's great. I'm listening to it for like the 3rd time. And he said, you know, the only reason people will quit a business like this is if they're not making any money. But the difference in this is that that's probably true of a statement. But then you add the fact that we have a high 90-some% reorder rate with this product, because even if someone's not building it, they want to continue to get the benefits of what you've seen it's doing for people, right? So we have a 1-2 punch here unlike anything you've ever seen. And I think at the end of the day, what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do to explain to the people that I'm working with and talking to, is it's understanding the timing. You know, this is a great story. And if you hear this story and one hears this story in 2 years and 3 years and 5 years, it's still going to be a great story. Because when you really track some of these numbers and you understand the aging population that we have and looking at the baby boomers and where they're at in the funnel of the demographics on a timeline, and you actually look at it, right? It's like a golf ball, it's like the bowling ball moving through a snake. This aging demographic, guys, we have a run here. We have a run. Some people say, well, maybe this company's only going to last 5 years. Maybe it's only going to last 2 years. Your point? Let's kill it now while we got the time, you know? But here's the thing. I don't believe that's going to be the case, and neither do a lot of people, because look at these other companies, these other network marketing companies that have been around, like Joe said, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, with products that are not very competitive in the marketplace. Once again, we have an exclusive first-to-market product that's going viral. Guys, the only thing that's limiting your business, right, which of course relates to your profitability, is your actions. And I don't think a lot of you understand the magnitude of what you have your hands on. Look, you know, I guess, let's take a look at this other slide just to finish my thought. Coach is at 6. You know, coach is a very significant level in this company. You know, I've heard different numbers. I've heard it's 300 a week, 500 a week, 1,000 a week, I don't know. You know, I think personally, I think it's probably somewhere between 500 and 1,000, but no guarantees. I guess it depends on the comp plan, which I still don't really understand. But at the end of the day, it's complicated, right? So that's the thing too. People are like, well, can you explain the comp plan? No, but I can send you to a video, you know? Not one that I made either. But anyway, what are you gonna do? Do I have a timer? How much time do I have left? 3 minutes. Wow, all right, let's talk quick. July 1st, 1993. Brian Mara, you have stage 4 terminal cancer. Changes things, you know? I realized at that moment in life that I had to make a decision. You ever been put in a position where it's do or die? Guys, no one's telling you that this is a life or death situation. But it is. You're just not treating it like that. You know, there's people in here who make a lot of money, much more than me. There's people in here who are struggling and it was hard for you to get here. But regardless of what group or category you're in, I congratulate you for being here. The question becomes though, what are you gonna do with it? What are you gonna do about it? Guys, this isn't a hype fest, it's not a motivational thing. I'm certainly no motivational speaker. The reason I think a lot of you appreciate my videos is the fact that I speak from the heart. And you can't fake that. I'm not a scripted kind of guy, as you can tell. You know, I have a few more slides, but obviously I can't get to them. But here's what I want to leave you with, okay? At the end of the day, you know, I listen to a lot of positive motivational things. I love people like T.D. Jakes, right? I love Les Brown. There's so many people. This new guy, Billy Alsbrooks, and he says something I think that is awesome. He said, there's a lot of things that he says, but there's a quote that I want to share with you guys. And, you know, whatever your religious background is, he says that when you are anchored in grace and rooted in purpose, and you pursue your goals, you are blessed and unstoppable. Okay? And I want to let you know that, and I share this testimony because I made a pact with God. I said, if you save me, because the chemotherapy didn't work, all the operations didn't work, the tumor markers were not going down. And I went to my aunt, who was, you know, leading a prayer group, and they laid hands on me. And I didn't believe in any of that stuff. I was raised Catholic. I didn't know about all this other stuff. But they laid hands on me and they prayed. And I made a prayer, and I had a pact with God. I said, Lord, I said, if you heal me, I'm not ready to die. I'm 18 years old. I said, I'll do something great in this world. And if the only thing I can do is share my platform, share the fact that you healed me, you know, I'll do that the rest of my life. So the Lord healed me. And I believe I still, to this day, like the old U2 song, prior to this business, I still haven't found what I was looking for. But I feel like my entire life, with the sickness and with all the experiences I've had and the ability to make videos, and now I'm doing it with this, it brought me to a place where I feel like I have a platform to teach people, to give them hope and encouragement that they can do something. So guys, I hope that's you. God bless you. I'll see you guys soon.